Now, sources say the Shinde government is likely to grant 10 to 12% reservation for Maratha community in the special session of the Assembly, which is set to take place on the 20th of February. The Cabinet has approved the recommendations by the committee, which submitted its report to CM Shinde on the Maratha Reservation matter, and the reservation is to be given separately to the Maratha community is what we're learning, and not be made a part of the OBC reservation. Remember, earlier Maratha activist Manoj Patil had held a hunger strike demanding the reservation for Maratha community. And there was also some sort of backlash that was received from Maharashtra Cabinet Minister Chhagan Bhujbal as well, who said that he had resigned because he was not against Maratha community getting a quota, but them being included in the OBC reservation. I have my colleague Ronak joining us with more details. Ronak, take us through the latest coming in. Our sources are telling us that Maratha community is going to get a reservation, but apart from the OBC reservation already existing.
जी देखिए, निश्चित तौर पर जो हमारे सूत्र बता रहे हैं कि 20 तारीख को जो विशेष विधानसभा का सत्र शिंदे सरकार ने बुलाया है, उसमें मराठा समाज को 10 से 12% आरक्षण देने का प्रस्ताव जो है वो सरकार टेबल कर सकती है। और 2 दिनों पहले ही जो पिछड़ा वर्ग आयोग यानी ओबीसी कमीशन है, उन्होंने अपनी एक रिपोर्ट महाराष्ट्र सरकार को सौंपी है। इसे कैबिनेट में अप्रूव किया जाएगा और उसके बाद विधानसभा में इसे टेबल किया जाएगा। जो जानकारी मिल रही है उसके मुताबिक लगभग जो पिछले 1 महीने से ओबीसी कमीशन ने महाराष्ट्र के अलग अलग शहरों में, गांवों में जो सर्वे कराया, जिसे जानने की कोशिश की जा रही थी कि क्या वाकई में मराठा समाज जो है वो सामाजिक तौर पर पिछड़ा है। तो जो हमारे सूत्र बता रहे हैं कि ओबीसी कमीशन ने अपनी रिपोर्ट में 40% ऐसे लोग पाए हैं जो कि सामाजिक तौर पर पीछे है। अब किस तरह से रिजर्वेशन दिया जाता है ये देखना महत्वपूर्ण होगा, लेकिन यही सोर्स बता रहे हैं कि मराठा समाज को अलग से आरक्षण देने की भूमिका सरकार विधानसभा में रख सकती है। जी
राइट, Ronak, thank you for joining us and bringing us those details on this development. The 4th round of talks between the centre and the farmer leaders is expected to take place today, likely in the evening. The two sides met earlier, remember, on the 8th of February, the 12th and 15th, but those talks remained inconclusive. The farmers began their walk from Punjab to Delhi on the 13th of February, but were stopped by security personnel at the Shambhu and Kanori points of Punjab border with Haryana. Here's what the farmer leaders had to say.
अलग अलग स्टडी है, कोई बोलता 15% जीडीपी में आपका हिस्सा, कोई बोलता 20% है। तो अगर अभी तक का आकलन करें तो जीडीपी का कुल हमें देते कितना है, उनमें से कुछ हमारा हिस्सा मिल जाए तो उससे लगभग देश के 60% किसानों का भला हो सकता है। तो इतनी बड़ी आबादी जो आपसे मांग कर रही है, मुझे लगता है उसको ध्यान में रख के प्रधानमंत्री जी को बड़ा दिल कर ये निर्णय लें और पूरे खुशी से हम आगे की बात उनसे बढ़ा सके, ऐसा हमारा मानता रहा।
Right, my colleague Ghazali joins us with more details. Ghazali, now 3 inconclusive rounds of talks later. The 4th one, what can we expect from today?
See, what we heard from the farm union leaders here, they are expecting that perhaps the government may ask them that the government will propose to form a committee which will address their concerns. That's the only viable option which looks as of now in this round of talks, because there's a list of demands. If you see what the farmers are asking is about legalization of MSP, farm debt waiver, compensation for Lakhimpur Kheri victims. So out of these 10 or 12 demands which they have placed in front of the government has agreed for some of them, but those demands which involves drafting of law or something which has to be passed through an ordinance or by the parliament is something which the government can't readily agree for it, and they may opt for offer the farmers that the government will constitute a committee. The other issue right now is that in a few weeks from now, maybe the model code of conduct will be imposed, and this is something which concerns the farmers as well. They say that perhaps the government is buying time so that once the model code of conduct is imposed, then the government will not be liable or responsible for passing any law or taking any decision. So and what is other concern for the farm union leaders is that they have gathered so many people here near the Shambhu border that most of them are also getting restless and impatient. So it cannot be seen today that farm union leaders come out of this round of talk which is going to be happening today and then they say that we expect another round of talks. Then it will get very challenging for the farm union leaders to hold off these protesters from not getting restless and not marching towards Delhi.
Right, Ghazali. Thank you for joining us and bringing us those details from the ground. But the countdown to the biggest festival in the world's largest democracy has started, and everyone is preparing for the 2024 national elections. India's future is its youth, and to support the goal, NDTV is launching the hashtag NDTV18VOte. The campaign is to make the youth aware of the need to vote and to encourage them to show their strength in the 18th Lok Sabha elections. You can send us your video messages on hashtag NDTV18VOte and we will show them on air.
Brought to you.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. 10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Almost 100% of the mobile phones sold in the country are manufactured in India. According to
According to NDTV sources, senior Congress leader and former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath will meet with the ruling party's leadership in Delhi. The speculations of Kamal Nath joining the BJP were making the rounds when his son Nakul Nath had dropped the Congress tag from his social media. Now, sources say that Kamal Nath has been told that he is welcome in the BJP and that Kamal Nath is perhaps unhappy with the Congress leadership and is now considering joining the BJP. He has not met with the BJP top brass yet, but sources say that Kamal Nath and his son are likely to meet with BJP leaders today. Listen in to these political reactions.
अंतिम सांस तक हम साथ मिलकर रहेंगे और विकास की एक नई यात्रा शुरू करेंगे। आपके प्यार और आपके विश्वास ने जो मुझे बल और शक्ति दी, इसीलिए ये सब संभव हुआ। छिंदवाड़ा की पहचान बनी और आपका प्यार और विश्वास मुझे हमेशा मिलता रहे, मुझे बल और शक्ति मिलती रहे। आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
साथियों, 80 में जब पहली बार कमलनाथ जी चुनाव लड़े तो इंदिरा जी ने आम सभा में ये भावना व्यक्त की कि ये मेरा तीसरा बेटा है। कमलनाथ जी के लिए तीसरे बेटे की एक संज्ञा दी। तो मैं आप सबसे अनुरोध करना चाहता हूँ, जो खबरें हैं निराधार हैं। कोई किसी प्रकार की वो भावना, कभी सपने में आप सोच सकते हो कि इंदिरा जी का तीसरा बेटा कांग्रेस छोड़ सकता है? पिछले 7 साल से वो मध्य प्रदेश की कांग्रेस पार्टी के मुखिया के तौर पे हम सब कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर निडरता से अपना कार्य करते रहे।
44 साल कमलनाथ जी ने अपनी जवानी छिंदवाड़ा की जनता को समर्पित किया और
मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि आपने हमेशा अपना प्यार और आशीर्वाद कमलनाथ जी को दिया और आने वाले लोकसभा चुनाव में आप वही प्यार और वही आशीर्वाद मुझे भी देंगे कि मैं दोबारा छिंदवाड़ा को विकास की उस दिशा में ले जाऊं जो कमलनाथ जी ने भी आज तक नहीं किया। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
You can shop, dine or party in Bengaluru till 1 a.m. starting on the 1st of April. As part of efforts to boost the economy, the government's budget has announced extending of deadline to shut shops in many cities of the state till 1 a.m. NDTV's Debarjo Basubal reports on Bengaluru's reaction. Take a look.
Are you tired of having sleepless nights thinking why your life is not perfect? Or are you tired of having a Delhi friend telling how better his nightlife is? Well, if you're a Bangalorean, you don't have to worry anymore because there might be a new rule which will allow all the restaurants and pubs to be open till 1 a.m. in the morning. Let's see what the people think about this. Would you rather eat to live or live to eat? While you ponder upon that question with a plate of biryani, let's go see what the shop owners have to say about this rule.
And I think it basically helps people relax, spare timing when it comes to going out. And I think we're also as a restaurant not just to shut down by a particular time. You will personally go a breakfast every a month about the toast. Why should I come to the free time? But it's still really nice and to not be rushed to pull it down by kind of be at peace. And I think it just benefits this thing.
Face revenue for that as well as the government, right? And the Bangalore being, up for that, such a possible capability, and people, especially in Bangalore, people want to kind of have dinner late in the night, and if people want to kind of go out, and I think this is a great move. It's just not for a bar and restaurant, even for the shops. But one request, I think the government should look at even opening the metro until 1, right? That makes sense. If you don't have a metro, then there's a commuting problem. So that's the one request from to the government.
This will help for the people, those who are like late-night workers and late-night travelers, and also for us, especially those who run hospital in the state, we can boost our business. So we welcome this, this opportunity given by the government. All the restaurants should have the double shift, if in case if they have till 1 of the permission. So it will be good for the community also. It will create at least 20% more employment in the market. It should be a good idea to have real till 1 o'clock. Those were the shop owners. But what about us, the youngsters and the crowd at the city? Are we going to sleep at 1 a.m. in the morning, or are we going to come out and eat in the restaurants all over Bangalore? Let's find out.
It won't work very long, and you're not sure whether you're waiting back out of the office or the work out to 10 an hour. So it's probably good if they make it for at least Friday, Saturday and Sunday, because sometimes they extend our work so they can get some extra release and time. So we are in control and we are using it in a proper, it's a good decision. That's what I mean, especially the people who like to club all night. As far as I know, the owners will definitely benefit with that.
I feel like it's gonna make it more accessible to the public, right? People can go at whichever time they prefer, and also it's to the benefit of the people. If they want to go that late, they can.
So I think if pubs are out too late, it can cause a lot of late night drunk driving. So maybe if they reduce it a bit back from 1 a.m., and I think it would benefit everyone.
I think this benefits us by so just letting us stay outside without very smoke. So it'll just be more audio. Just for us, yeah, so we can hang on there for a little bit more time. Maybe have a little more fun. That's all it to be. Obviously, the benefit highlighted. I have my convenience. I can do it anytime. I can eat when I want. I can drink when I'm. And I think that should be implemented. It's there everywhere in the world, twice in every year.
While the party will go until 1, it also means the noise could be a disturbance for the peaceful citizen in residential localities. So is there a counter view?
It is. There's no disadvantage just for the residents. It's all for the convenience of the residents also, that you can say. If the neighborhood is completely closed down, then when would you go? So I think that this should be implemented actually. This is an advantage, it adds to the business, attach to the convenience to the residents also.
Obviously, we create a problem. It's not a one-day job. It will be a continuous thing, and people who stays in the residential areas obviously will be having a lot of aged people and older people, and it will be a very big nuisance when it regards to musical.
For good itself. So party works on outside of storage, it will help. If they open in business areas like CBD, good actually, not in the residential areas.
Bengaluru will no more be left behind when it comes to a nightlife anymore. But then it's up to us if we use this time responsibly or if we use this to our disadvantage.